It's a weird thing. Anytime I put this man in the thumbnail of a video, my video gets about 4 times as many views as it normally would. So if you're wondering if I have anything to say about him today, not really. I'm just here to hopefully get in front of as many people as I can. I had a big think the other day. I have slightly deviated away from what I wanted to do with this. I keep forgetting that the main premise that I want to do with these videos is I want to find the 19-year-old version of me. Whoever you are out there. The 19-year-old version of me. He's a youngster, or any age actually, who's fucking his life up. Actively fucking his life up. If it's drugs, if it's smoking, if it's women, if it's drinking, if it is throwing away opportunities because you are too lazy, you are too scared, you are too weak, you are too unable. If any of that, if you have related to a single part of that, I need to redirect my focus to aim these videos at you. Anytime I make a video like this, it's like a video journal for me. It is a reminder, so anytime I come back to one of these videos, I can remind myself where I am at this stage, and I can reflect on my own advice. I can keep following my own advice. So, you've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail. I'm not going to mention the other bald dude, I just like the views. That being said, let's roll the intro and let's get into it. Alrighty, top 5 no bullshit ways to just generally improve your life. The first one is ask yourself right now, what are you doing that is actively negatively affecting your future? Be honest with yourself. If you are smoking, you know that by the time you're 60, 70, 80, whatever, you're going to have that trip to the doctor. The doctor's going to say that your lungs are at fucking 20% capacity, whatever it is. You know that that's generally unhealthy for you. You know that smoker's cough that you get. I used to smoke a pack and a half a day. I know where you're at. If you're vaping, you know that shit's bad for you. It tastes great. That nicotine little head rush thing, it's freaking awesome. That's just the simple example. If you're drinking on the daily, you're going to say to yourself, yeah, but it's social. All my friends are drinking. You know where you want to be in life. You know what you want to get done in life. You know what it's going to take to get there. And you know what is slowing you down. Don't stop. Don't just join a monastery and swear your life to celibacy, swear your life to sobriety. No, don't just throw everything away. My suggestion is figure out your worst vice, the hardest vice for you. If it's hard drugs, you know that's an obvious one. If it is drinking too much, you'll know if it's an obvious one. If it is sleeping around, you'll know that's an obvious one if your mates start calling you a slut. If you're a guy or a girl, you know who you are. It used to be me. Anyway, figure out what your worst vice is and take a break. Set an allocated time period. Give yourself 100 days. Give yourself 30 days. Just give yourself a period of time to take your hardest vice. Take that down to 0 and it will give you so much mental clarity. Trust me on this. The second that I stopped using, I'm not going to mention that on here, but when I stopped using, man, it gave me more time to think. It gave me more time to reevaluate my life, and it helped me to stop running away from my own personal problems. Anyway, you guys are getting bored with this first point. You know the gist. Take a break from your worst vice. Number 2 is slightly complicated because I know what family issues can look like. I know what bad circle of friends can look like. I know what hanging around with the wrong people can look like. However, if you have someone in your family, or if you have someone you consider family who is a good influence to you, spend more time with them. Cherish them. Look after them. Your best friend, your mom, your dad, that cool uncle that let you drink when you were 14, who's probably the root of your drinking problems. You know who I'm on about. If you've got a great relationship with your parents, spend more time with them. If you're out of the country, do what I do. Video call them whenever you get a chance. Take genuine interest in what your friends, your closest friends, your good influence friends, and your family are doing. If you don't have a great relationship with your parents, whoever your good influence, great mates are, you know the gist. If you have a bad circle of friends, if you have a circle of friends that either peer pressures you into doing stuff or doesn't stop you, that's another one, doesn't stop you from doing the shit that's ruining your life. Stay away from them, but spend as much time as you can with the ones that you love. It'll be one of the best pieces of advice I can give you for your mental health. It will make you reevaluate what's important, what sense of community feels like, and it'll just genuinely put you in a better direction, because the old adage, I forget who it is, it's probably Jordan Peterson or one of those sorts. I've probably put him in the thumbnail as well. Your boy's a slut for the views. It's you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let's move on to number 3. After the previous 2 being a little bit deep and emotional, this one's a little bit of an odd one. But hear me out. Dress better. I don't just mean, get some nice clothes and you'll feel better, because that's quite materialistic. But when I came here, I'm living in New York now. I moved here 4 months ago and I'm leaving in about a month and a bit. Just before I arrived, I had long hair. I had hair down to my shoulders. I looked unkept. I had long hair, but I had greasy hair. I had a scruffy beard. I had like a very frilly, quite long beard. I looked genuinely smelly, would be the right description. And when I'd look myself in the mirror, I would see that, and my actions would reflect that of the man that I saw. I would see a man who took the bulk a little too far, wore shirts that were a little bit too small. This one, yeah, I know, I just did my laundry. Don't judge me, it's late at night. It looks like I'm wearing my little brother's shirt, but I'd have a smaller shirt than this and I'd be 15 pounds heavier. You get the gist. I looked like the slob that I knew that I was. Because, I was still drinking at the time. I was still smoking vapes at the time. Actually, no, I was generally smoking at the time. But I looked like I was just milling through life and slothing my way through. I came here, said to myself, right, 1, I'm going to cut the calories, so slim down and cutting season, gym rats know, and I shaved my head. This is the least kept that my hair's been all season, just because I've had a couple of days off, and I'm going to be shaving it first thing tomorrow morning. I feel more on the ball. I feel more on the straight and narrow, if you want to put it that way, because I look neater. I wear really nice put together shirts. I don't have an expensive wardrobe. I don't. I've got a really cheap wardrobe with a couple of really nice shirts that just look the part, with some really nice fitting jeans that just look the part. When I look myself in the mirror, when I go out, even when I'm in, I'm proud of the way that I look. And I look after myself as if I'm looking after someone that I'm proud of. Anyway, let's move on. This one's gonna get me sent to the loony bin. Get yourself a mirror. Actually, fuck it. Get yourself a full-length mirror. Yes, you can judge the Crocs. If you get yourself a full-length mirror, some people like to meditate. Some people, if you're religious, pray. I'm not religious. I've tried the meditation thing. It's a little too distracting. There's not one tangible thing to hold on to for me. But if I look myself dead in the eyes and I say to myself, listen, past couple of days you've been fucking it up. Past couple of days you slept in, you put your alarm on to snooze, you spend too much time on YouTube shorts. I will look myself in the mirror and I will hold myself to brutal accountability. But also, not just to keep beating yourself up about what you have or haven't done. This also works as a form of planning for the future. If you've got like a little notepad next to you, if you look yourself dead in the eye and say, right, what are my goals? I have a business that I want to run. Awesome. What have I done for that business already? Well, I've done A, B, and C. What do I need to do? X, Y, and Z. I find it helpful to talk to yourself, to talk through plans that you have, goals that you want to set, things that you haven't done, things that you have done. You want to pat yourself on the back. You look at yourself and say, well done, I am proud of you. As I say, it might get me sent to the loony bin, but personally, I prefer this over meditation. And last but not least, you guys kind of knew that this was going to be one of the topics, but this is generally what I would suggest to anyone trying to improve their life, is working out. Now, a lot of this community of self-help, a lot of this community, this Red Pill, whatever the hell, self-help community, always says, lift heavy weights, look good, broad shoulders. If you're moving weights and you're doing some sort of cardio, you're fucking winning. I don't care if it's CrossFit. I don't care if you are doing only body weight movements, if you're doing calisthenics, if you are an ultra marathon runner, or if you just hop on the elliptical for 30 minutes 3 times a week and you do a couple of pull-ups. If you're doing something physical that is moving around the calories that you're consuming. I'm not even going to mention diet and eating well. If you're just moving your body, if you're able to move the amount of weight that your body is comfortably, if you're able to run, if you're able to do a couple of pull-ups, if you're able to do push-ups with an amount of ease, if you're able to do body weight squats, and you just keep doing very basic movements, I don't care what it is. Move your body, lift something heavy or light for a lot of reps. You will feel better about yourself. You will feel better in the clothes that you wear. You will hold yourself with a level of confidence that you have never had before. This is coming from this man. This is coming from this, I take that back, boy, who went from one of the aliens from Men in Black to this. That's a 1.5 years ago. This is a couple days ago. I am so fucking proud of myself. Think of that pride, something you cannot buy. You can buy a nice Calvin Klein jacket, you can buy a nice Guess watch, you can buy a nice pair of whatever boots, I don't know. You can't buy this body. It sounds vain. If you do it, or if you are doing it, you know exactly what I'm on about. It is earned. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my YouTube algorithm top 5, because top 5 videos, I don't know, hopefully this video does well. But as I normally end the videos, I hope the point landed. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay. I'll see you soon.